Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the esteemed FaceTime with Leaders, an initiative by World Development Corporation. My name is Tanay All, and I'm an anchor at World Development Corporation. FaceTime with Leaders is a platform for industry veterans to come together to share their knowledge, ideas, thoughts, and best practices with one another, as well as with upcoming industry leaders. In a nutshell, we attempt to encapsulate the multi-decadal learnings of all our industry stalwarts. We hope that by conducting these FaceTime with Leader interviews, we can bring together a global community of eminent personalities. By bringing together such visionaries on one platform, we hope to play a part in inspiring the lives of other leaders. Great learnings from great leaders undoubtedly assist everyone, right? They help us to identify, nurture, and work on trade secrets that have already proven a success formula for so many. And this is what we aim for with these sessions by making them a gathering of industry stalwarts and a knowledge sharing community. We have one such industry stalwart on FaceTime with Leaders with us today, Ms.Kavitha Srinivasan. We welcome you on the show, ma'am.
Thank you.
She is a distinguished professional with over 2 decades of honed expertise in driving process excellence and cost optimization within the procurement and supply chain industry. As a skilled leader, she has demonstrated exceptional skills in spearheading sustainable initiatives and supplier diversity programs to achieve procurement and supply chain sustainability. Her commitment to mitigating cost inefficiencies and operational gaps is reflected in a strategic thinking and application of world-class digitized procurement processes and tools. In her current role as category sourcing manager at Cisco Systems, Bengaluru, she is spearheading multiple process excellence initiatives to optimize travel operations relentlessly. Applying SAFe Agile methodologies, she introduces flexibility and adaptability in the travel category, ensuring a cost-effective and efficient travel process for Cisco employees, maintaining strict process compliance, collaborating with cross-functional teams for cost optimization, and negotiating strategic alliances with hotel properties to optimize lodging costs are all hallmarks of her leadership. She also pioneers cutting-edge tech platforms for booking travel, enhancing the user experience and contributing to ongoing improvements. So, ma'am, to begin with, could you let our viewers know in brief about your career journey so far?
Thank you, Tanay, for the introduction. And I would like to start with a quick introduction of myself. My name is Kavitha Srinivasan. I am a certified Scrum practitioner and an Agile Yellow Belt 6 Sigma certified. I have a total work experience of 20 plus years in procurement function. My first stint in procurement was with IBM, where I joined in as a coordinating procurement specialist. My roles and responsibilities was not just limited to issuance of a purchase order, but also to engage in a tactical sourcing and a fair deal negotiations in different sourcing categories. I have handled various categories of service procurement in this role, like technical service, business service. And during this time period, I've been recognized with 2 awards, the Bravo and the Star of the Team. Later, I got an opportunity to work as a leader procurement. In this role, I was taking care of strategic sourcing activities and an end-to-end procurement functions and supply of pre-printing stationery, office supplies, cafeteria, and marketing and communication. My responsibilities mainly include floating of RFP, bidding process, preparation of business summary, evaluating of the suppliers, selecting the suppliers with a weightage criteria. With that, I also enabled the KPIs, including the cost savings, timely contract closure, delivery accuracy. And during this tenure, I was rewarded with Ovation Award for a significant contribution in the team. I started my journey with Nokia Siemens Networks in the year 2008. I worked here as a buyer under the supply chain management of hardware service care business unit. The product categories that I have handled are radio access, converged core, and broadband access. Primary responsibilities include monitoring of stock levels, spare part management, replenishment of stock by placing a replacement order, and ensure reliable source of procurement from vendors. As also a secondary responsibilities, I've taken up a role within this program to monitor and target the reduction of shortages, open PO reduction, GR or IR balancing. I led the project related to the goods receipt and invoice receipt balancing, acting as a focal point to monitor and submit weekly report for India buyer team. Currently, I work with Cisco Systems as procurement manager for almost 12 years. During this tenure, I have worked on varied portfolios within global procurement service of Cisco, covering procure-to-pay functions, tactical buying, sourcing on different categories like contingent labor, IT accessories, catalog management, supply chain, inventory management, change management, process excellence, and compliance governance. To talk about my personal attributes, I have a strong belief in agile mode of working and put in persistent efforts to achieve the goals set. I'm a team player, always believe working in collaboration with team members. I have a great urge or willingness to take up challenges as I look at it as an opportunity. Few nuggets on my academic qualification. I'm a commerce graduate, major in accountancy and finance. I hold membership from ICMA Institute of Cost and Management Accountant. I'm a corporate MBA from Symbiosis, and I'm a SAFe Agile framework certified Scrum practitioner. Thanks, Tanai. That's about me.
Lovely, ma'am. Ma'am, can you share some examples of how you've implemented process excellence initiatives in your roles, particularly within procurement and supply chain domains?
Of course. So I would want to take it in a scenario like a star, like situation. First, I want to talk about the situation, then about the challenges that I faced, then what are the action I took, and then wrap it up with the results that was obtained. So, so this was a situation where I would want to talk about as I was asked to understand the end-to-end process about the accruals or allocations of the Amex card travel program. What we call it as a business travel account card for about 90 plus globally in Cisco. Due to the recent escalation from the finance that the team is not getting relevant information like department code, etc., to post the journal ledger. So I was involved in getting the relevant information, and also before the Cisco financial cutoff, it resulted in budgeting and cost allocation issues. I utilized the finance educational background that I have to my advantage and took it as a great opportunity to do a deep dive in understanding the current process and identify the gaps or the loopholes and how we can streamline the process partnering with the shared service team. So I connected with the shared service team who is responsible to post these accruals and allocations. So to talk about the challenges, the difficulties that I encountered are, first of all, there's no standard process that is followed globally. Each region had a different process, like some countries were getting the data files from the MX card, few others were downloading the statements from the portal itself, and some have to be sent has a hard copies. So different teams involved to do this activity. The team who posted the accruals and allocations are different. So the challenge is that I need to find out the relevant people and understand who does what, when, and how they get the details from whom. So what is the action that I took? Once the stakeholders are identified, I went ahead to prepare a RACI metrics, which we call it as roles, accountability, responsibility, accountability, consulting, and informed metrics, so that we get a clear understanding of each of their roles and the activity task, along with the lead time, the SLAs of deliverables. In fact, this helped a lot to align the dependencies and brought in a value propositions by way of adding controls checklist as a proactive approach so as to get away with some of the tasks. So finally, the result, that is what is all about. So by building the RACI, it was possible to prepare the end-to-end process flow and also standardize the process where there was a scope and categorize the country. So just to tie in that, with the 90 plus cards are categorized into 3 process maps aligned to different stakeholders with a committed SLA to meet the requirement of posting the ledgers before the Cisco calendar month cutoff. That's it then.
Ma'am, can you share some advice on leadership and mentorship with our viewers, please?
Certainly. As the saying goes, leaders are not born and they are made, right? So the key attributes that I consider a leader to have, in my opinion, are the courage, the courage to accept challenge and take risk in the achievement of goals. The second comes is the humility, because the humility gets the results. The more we learn how to listen and admit that you don't know all the answers, exhibiting the attitude of learning from anyone at any time, that makes all the difference. The third is remain and show positivity. I believe failures are stepping stones to success. So always go with that attitude and stay focused on action steps to be taken to get closer to the fulfillment of goals. And in terms of mentorship, it is really crucial to have a mentor. And I myself have approached and sometimes enrolled for a mentorship program. Mentoring program plays a key role in knowledge transfer, career advancement, and fostering the human connections. The networking is certainly important, and mentoring will help this piece. Effective mentorship requires self-reflection of ourselves, setting expectation, building trust, and regular review. So that's my few thoughts about the leadership and mentorship, Tanay.
Ma'am, your commitment to sustainable practices is evident. Can you discuss some specific initiatives you've led to integrate sustainability and green practices into procurement processes?
Of course. So one of the initiatives I would like to call out here is about reduction in carbon footprint in the corporate business travel by working and partnering with our airlines in getting appropriate standard reportings, and in hotel space, adding the relevant specific customized questions in the RFP evaluation that would help us to select the right partner who's also having the sustainability goals of net zero. Along with the cost, quality, operational efficiency, and other performance, the question on sustainability and green practices were built to publish an RFP, and evaluating it, giving a weightage to it, helps in identifying the supplier that complement our goals on sustainability. The second is I have partnered with a finance team to make a cost-benefit analysis, including sustainability, wherein the return on investment is justified with the least cost of ownership. And finally, I've also worked with the NGO to introduce on green initiative like a paper recycling notepad for the entire stationery requirement within Cisco. Thanks,
Ma'am,
Tanay.
as an ESG expert, what values do you bring to the table?
Sure. I can help the organization to identify and manage environmental and social risk and opportunities. As an ESG professional, I will be able to evaluate the business operations and supply chain, providing recommendations for improving sustainability and reducing the company's overall environmental impact. I can help the business to improve its social impact and relationship with stakeholders through providing advice on strategies for engaging with employees, customers, suppliers, and communities. This, in turn, will help the business to develop a strong corporate social responsibility program that they can be proud of. I can help the business to improve its governance practice, ensuring compliance with relevant regulations and standards in this ever-changing landscape of ESG and sustainability regulation. As the world continues to place more emphasis on ESG issues, it is becoming increasingly important for business to embrace sustainable and socially responsible practice. And I'm sure I would drive this. Thank you.
Ma'am, what are some of the most remarkable changes you have seen in your field with changes in technology? And what changes do you expect to see with the advent of IoT, AI, ML, blockchain, cloud, digital twin, big data, and Web 3.0?
Wow, that's a great question. The technology plays an important role in procurement because it can help companies find the best deals on goods and services. The technology can help companies analyze the data to find trends that will help them save money on their purchases. We use extensively the artificial intelligence and the ML techniques for putting policy controls, evaluation, and many other areas within procurement. The big data is a boon to organization, as for any huge-sized organization like Cisco, the data management is essential and imperative to use the data to make an informed decisions. Cloud is another technology that is being used for storage and easy accessibility and retrieval of data anytime, anywhere. That's my thought.
Ma'am, we are building a community here of industry magnates. The move is meant for cross-pollination of knowledge and building a knowledge-sharing community of corporate giants and industry experts. What are your thoughts about this initiative taken by Mr. Zishan Pathan, Mr. Heval Mehta, and the whole World Development Corporation team?
Well, it's absolutely a great forum and a community engagement of like-minded people. I certainly want to congratulate them for this initiative, as this is how we get to connect and share knowledge, get views and opinions from different industry experts. It enables easy access to the resources, and experts are a great boon for all of us. So I certainly want to appreciate this initiative and congratulate this team. Thank you.
Great, ma'am. It was fantastic conversing with you, and I'm confident that your insights will truly inspire future leaders. Thank you so much once again for joining us today, and wish you the best for your future endeavors. Moreover, trust that this initiative by Directors Institute unquestionably has expanded the participants' understanding and enriched their minds. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Tanay. Thank you.